Hey guys, Woods Farm. A little bit of a different video today, not the usual thing. Got a bit of a problem out in the back here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Basically, I've got some problem trees. I got to take down some ash trees. Because of emerald ash borer, we have a ton of dead ash trees on the property, and particularly a few trees that are actually threatening the garage and some of the sheds that I'm going to have to deal with. We had a tree come down last year in a big storm. It narrowly missed the garage and the power lines. So at this point, a lot more trees have died back, and I'm just afraid we're going to have a windstorm and one of these trees is going to end up landing on either a vehicle or the garage. It's a big mess back here right now. We've already got down 3 trees. The smaller ones, these ones are fairly straightforward. We took those down a couple days ago. We're just kind of cleaning up the slash now. However, I've got this big one here, and it is very close to the garage. This is the back part of the garage, and there's also another one on the other side, close to where my son parks his Jeep. That's kind of risky. And that one right there, also leaning pretty much directly towards the garage, a problem. And I've got a couple more over behind the sheds where I keep the Kuba wagon, also a problem. So unfortunately, all of the ash trees on my property are dead or dying. I've got a whole row down there. They're going to be a problem. However, a lot of the trees, the ash trees that have died, they're not going to, if they do fall down in a windstorm, they're not going to cause any damage. So they're kind of a low priority. The ones I have to deal with are the ones that are in risk of, causing damage. So I could hire a tree business. I might have to, but I am going to try to tackle this on my own. It is very expensive to hire a tree company. And it's very difficult to get guys to come out now because basically all the ash trees have died back. The guys are working around the clock. It would cost thousands and thousands of dollars to take down all these trees. So we're going to try to give it a shot and try to deal with some of these riskier, harder trees. This is something I've never done before, so it's going to be kind of a learning experience. Okay, so I got some stuff in the mail today. So this is climbing gear. I'm gonna get this all set up. I got the spikes, I got a harness. And we're gonna have to do some climbing to get up into those trees to set some lines so we can pull them in the right direction. Okay, so this is my very first time using this climbing gear. Never done this before. Watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I practiced a little bit before we took the video. Obviously went up, came back down, and just started, kind of small, going up, 5 feet, coming back down, going up 6 or 7 feet, coming back down. Then I decided to try it with the chainsaw. This was a little more difficult, but again, decided just to start small, kind of work my way further up the tree. just a little more practice with the chainsaw. If you don't have a small chainsaw like this, I think a reciprocating saw with a pruning blade would work very well. Probably a little bit lighter and probably a little bit safer to work with. This tree was just infested with grapevines, made it really difficult. So this climbing gear I ordered off of Amazon, and it is the Vivor brand. I did quite a bit of research. These aren't the cheapest ones you can get on Amazon. I bought the set. It's not available, but you can still get the spikes. And overall, I'm really happy. The metal components of the climbing spikes themselves are really solid. No complaints there. The leather straps and padding was pretty good. I think the buckles could be a bit better. This set came with the harness. Really comfortable. It's got gear loops. It worked really well. The only complaint I have with the set is the flip line. I would not recommend using this flip line with a chainsaw, even though I did it. I won't do it again. If you're going to buy that set, I would upgrade to a better flip line, something with a steel core that's a little bit safer. I also found it difficult to adjust this flip line, so I definitely would upgrade that. But overall, not bad climbing up there. I added some other gear, another carabiner to carry and hold some stuff, and a lanyard for my chainsaw. I bought that stuff separate. I think I only kind of slipped once. I would say for a really straight tree of this kind of size, it was pretty easy to climb. And overall, I felt pretty safe up there, actually. The chainsaw was kind of a learning curve. I would recommend another option might be a battery-operated reciprocating sawzall with a pruning blade. It would be lighter than a chainsaw and a little easier to handle, but you could pretty much do all the same work. And I think it'd definitely be a little bit safer. Okay, so we've got a line set up about 2/3 of the way up. I did that, climbed up. We got some of the limbs off. The problem is, like I said, this tree's got a slight lean towards the garage, which you can see in the back here. It's also kind of leaning out that way. So the way we're kind of looking right now, it kind of leans that way a little bit too. It's by no means straight. It's really kind of hard to judge exactly where it's going to go, so we're taking every precaution. You can see there's the line that goes down, and then we are going to try to go out somewhere in this direction, out that way. We are also going to attempt the bottle jack technique as well. It's the first time I've ever done this, so we're going to try that too, just to give it a little nudge in the right direction. Okay, so here we go. Just starting with the notch. I want to make sure this notch is perfect. I really took my time, made sure everything was lined up just right. I'm working with an 18-inch bar, and this tree's almost too big. One of the trees I did a few days before, I kind of messed up the notch, so but overall this one really good. So we're gonna do the bottle jack technique, so I'm just doing a plunge cut and setting up a little notch for the jack. Yeah, not quite ready, but didn't take long and we got the notch cut out. Just putting some wedges in. I like these plastic wedges. They get beat up, but they work good. So we go with the bottle jack. Just start lifting up on the tree. Give it some pressure. Okay, just finishing the cut, the back cut there, and right away it went. Okay guys, that was a success. We got the tree down without crushing the garage. I was a little worried for a while there, but the bottle jack technique worked really well. I think the guideline was just a little bit of extra insurance, but everything seemed to go smoothly. We have a lot more trees to do around the garage and some of the sheds, so we're going to be doing a lot more of this type of work. The climbing spikes I got, really like them. They're not high end, but they're not the cheapest ones you can get either. The harness was quite comfortable. Of course, I'm going to have to practice a lot more going up and down the tree, but it really gives us a lot of options for climbing, putting lines up, taking limbs off, a lot of stuff. So really useful to have around the farm. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching.